Writing yourself a blueprint not only helps you and your future self, but it helps you in your present self. So if you have aspirations, if you have goals, write them down. Write down every single goal you have and see how they're placed in your list. Are they placed from most important to least important? Are they placed from easiest to hardest? Are they placed from like which time will you get to it first? Are they chronological? What kind of goals are they, and are you able to achieve them? That's a blueprint. Blueprint is the steps towards each goal and how it correlates and flows through your life. So a blueprint is really just a map of building a foundation of something. A blueprint is a foundation of either a building or something that you build. Okay, so you're building your future and you need a blueprint for your future. To create that blueprint, the first steps you need is to make a list of everything you want. Not materials, like a state of mind. Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be in 10 years? That's the biggest blueprint I make is 10 years. If I make it in 20 years, people change a lot, you know what I'm saying? Even 5 years. 5 years is a long time from now. But create your time slot. Figure out the timing of when you would want to get to your goals. Write them down. So for me, my goals. I have so many goals, and they might not be very specific goals, but they're specific enough to me, and they all correlate to each other, and they flow. And I'm able to bounce around and do all of these things. And I know I can. I could do all these goals, even at the same time. But there is a chronological effect with these goals. You can't get to every single goal at the same time, right? Because as a woman, I would love to have kids. I love children. I want to have a family, right? But that's like end of the line. That's like after I try to figure out my life. That's like after I really put some experience in my life so that I can have the knowledge to even pass down to my kids. If I have no knowledge of life, if I'm over here with zero experience, how am I going to have children and have them figure it out? No, I want to figure it out myself before I have children. And if I have children while I'm figuring it out, so be it. That's life. Life will just fall into my hands. But I need a blueprint at least to make myself in my present feel better and my future self feel better, because I know for a fact I will get there regardless. So blueprint. What are your goals and how are you going to get to them? So for me, I feel like saying my goals on the internet, it could be misjudged, it can be manipulated. You can take it how you want. At this point, I'm manifesting it. I am manifesting my goals. I am manifesting my aspirations. And I don't care what you think. I don't care at all, because this is my life, right? And I'm making this example so that everyone can do this themselves. You can create your own blueprint. You can have your state of mind for your goals. You can internalize it yourself. So for me, my goals. First of all, I'm really good at 3D design, okay? And I haven't had any like clients or clientele with 3D design. I've kind of just been messing with it, and I'm pretty good at that. 3D design as in like fashion 3D design, because there's so many AIs and like models out there that are not real. They're just like holographs, and I feel like it's a cool way of marketing, because it's just you're seeing the garment in your face and it's 3D and you're able to manipulate it without it being on the model, and it would just be really cool. I really like it. It's a different type of marketing, and I would love to do 3D fashion design marketing. There it is. There's part of my goals. But guess what? There's more. There's an even bigger goal. There's an even bigger aspiration. And this falls in line with confidence. Anything you want in your life, you need to internalize your confidence. And one of the biggest goals I have is being an international runway model, okay? I am not tall. I am not the tallest person you'll ever meet. I am not 6 foot. I'm 5'8", okay? And that's practically the minimum of being on the runway model, being a runway model in general. So this is a really big goal of mine, right? This is huge. This is like one of the top tier goals. But in order to get there, I need to write this down, and I need to write the steps in order to get there. So for right now, I'm making this YouTube channel to get traction, to get an audience, to get people to believe in me, to get people to hear me, get people to see me like, hey, it's Kira, what's up? I want to be a model. I am out here. I'm putting in the freaking work, and I want to put my personality out there. Because being a model is not just your looks. It's not just wearing the clothes. Yes, that is the whole main job, but it's your personality. If you don't have a personality, clients will not want to work with you. And I'm trying to sell my personality to the world. Just like that. And that is my step to becoming that international runway model. Obviously, it's a very small step, and I've already taken big major steps in the past, but divine timing is everything. And I want my blueprint to follow in a sequence. I want to create 3D design through marketing. I want to become an international runway model. And I want to collab with sustainable designers. Sustainable designers are people who create sustainable fabrics, and they try their hardest to not mass produce anything. They make to order, and they have more creativity with how they manipulate the fabrics. Like, they use less water, they use less carbon emissions. The fashion industry is a mess. There's so much junk and waste and BS going out there with clothes that it's crazy. It's crazy out there. And I believe I have the knowledge and capabilities to help, not to actually control and start, but to help designers that have already put in so much work and knowledge and education into their craft. I'm not going to take that away from any designer, okay? I'm not going to sit here and tell you I want to be the next fashion designer, sustainable fabric, blah, blah, blah. No. I want to help collab. I want to collaborate. I want to bring creative ideas, and I want to express myself, and I want to put myself in a room with smarter people. That's really my goal, because I am not the smartest person in the room. So who am I to say that I would be the smartest person in the room? No. I would love to become smarter. I would love to gain more knowledge. I would love to educate myself with people around me. But the main goal is to travel, be international, and have freedom in myself, have a group of people around me that support me, who are like-minded. And having a blueprint is key, okay? It's hard to sit down and really write down what you want. It is hard. It's easier said than done, right? Like, you think you can just pull out a pen and paper and just really write down a whole blueprint of your life. That's hard. It's really hard, because it's not black and white. Life happens, and in order to get to where you want to be, you need to have, security money, you need to have a car, you need to have this, that, the other. I think it all starts with what you really want. Like, to sit here and write down, hey, I want to be a millionaire, bro, being a millionaire is not a goal. It is an outcome. You need a goal. You need a real, true, set, internalized goal. And you need to write it down, and you need to understand the steps to get there. And if you don't take the steps to get there, then that goal is just going to sit on that piece of paper. It's not going to become reality, because blueprints are meant to really help guide you with a brain map of what you need to do to get to the outcome. And right now, my first step that I wrote down is starting YouTube. I tried Instagram. I tried walking into these agencies. I walked into these agencies. I walked in there and I met the people, I met the agents, I was signed with the mother agent, and all of this, it was not in my divine timing. Because I went out there and I went and chased it. I tried to bring it to me. When you need to just internalize it in yourself, become that person already. Become your goal. Because how are you going to get to your goal if you can't even see yourself doing it? If you can't see yourself being there, then it's a waste of time, it's a waste of effort, it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of just thought. And you need to just, not you, but everyone has goals and aspirations. We all need to understand what we really want. There's so much coming at us, there's so much stimulation, like you need this is the best, don't do this, or like this is bad for you. Like there's so much stimulation. Sometimes we all just need to sit and be quiet and sit in silence, because what we really want comes to the surface eventually. And it might not be what you really want. It might be something that you have overlooked recently, or you've overlooked in the past, and now your soul craves it. It needs human interaction. It needs to be, you need to be overwhelmed in your goals to get to your goals. Like as easy as that sounds, it's not. Okay. This is my version of jumping in the deep end, because I'm putting my goals out into the internet, and it's a very vulnerable act for me, because I've been judged, I've been ridiculed, my confidence has been staggered. Everyone has insecurities, everyone has their doubts, everyone has their flaws, and you cannot have that mentality when you want goals. You cannot. You have to understand that to get to your goals, you need to internalize them. You need to write them down. Write down your goals, write down the steps, and then just do it. Just take action. Take the action, because you're manifesting at this point. Anything you write down, anything that can be so concrete and specific, anything specific about your goal, you write that down. You write it down, you recite it, you reread it, and you continue to write it down. You write it down every day if you can. Because the more you internalize it in yourself, the more you believe that you are this person, and then you can start attracting it. Because the blueprint it's the blueprint. It's the introduction. It's the introduction to the conclusion. The outcome. Sometimes the outcome is never always the outcome you want, though. But the journey is the best part. And in order to even start the journey, you need a blueprint. You need a map. You need to create this brain map inside your brain, so that when you come across decisions in your life, you're just able to decide. It's unquestionable. Every decision you make is unquestionable, because you internalize all your goals, all of your aspirations, everything you want for yourself is internalized. So you're able to just go around life blind. If you can't go around life and really understand what you want every single step of the way, then you don't deserve the goal. You don't deserve to be on the other side of it. Life will just throw itself at you, because it's like you're indecisive. You're indecisive at this point, and being indecisive is dangerous. You can end up in a position you don't want to be in. You can end up in the most opposite position of your goals. You can throw yourself off a cliff. Being indecisive, it's dangerous. So be decisive. Write down all your goals, put it in a plan, and look at it every single day, because you will get there. You will get to your goals. You will get there, because I'm getting there. I am getting there. It does not matter who you are, doesn't matter what sex you are, doesn't matter the race, doesn't matter the age, it does not matter. Because you will get there as long as you believe it. As long as you can internalize your thoughts and your confidence, your security in yourself, You can get to what your heart desires. And it could literally just be connections with people. It could be the simplest of things. If your soul craves it, it will get it, whether you like it or not. So it's always better to write down something so you don't miss it. And in order to get to my really big goals, I gotta continue. I have to continue internalizing every single day. I need to show up every single day. Action has everything to do with internalizing. Internalizing is just the first step. Writing it down. Write that down. Write down your goals. Write down your blueprint. Writing the blueprint is the first step. Then internalize it. And then take action. Manifesting is real, and anyone can get to their goals as long as they believe it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. It seems simple. It's not. It's only simple when you are really in tune with how simple your wants and needs are, because your wants and needs are simple. You make it complicated by involving ego, involving insecurities, involving things that you're deprived of. When you involve these other emotions in your goals, that's where you get lost. That's where you don't know where to go. But it's easier to do something when you really, really know you want that. When you really, really want it and you know you do, and it's internalized every day, that is when you will achieve great things. You will achieve, it could be even remotely close to it. It doesn't even have to be the same thing you want. It could be remotely close and you can still be satisfied. Why? Because you are internalized and you are grateful for everything you have now. Which in return, you will receive blessings. You will receive so many blessings from just writing down your goals and internalizing them. I believe this. I truly believe this. We are all blessed. We are all blessed. We're blessed to be alive. We're blessed to be talking, breathing, having these emotions, to even be able to think that you want something. Not need, wants. Because needs in a human being they're natural. They're never gonna go away. But wants, we don't need wants. Wants are just wants. So for you to say you want something when you feel like you haven't even internalized it or wrote it down, it's not gonna come to you. And we all need to understand that in order to really want something, we have to block out everyone else. We need to block out everyone, everything, all around us except for us and our thoughts, and really, 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 really organize our thoughts. I might be an overthinker, but it helps me. You might be an overthinker, you might not be an overthinker, but writing it down, organizing your thoughts, organizing any part of your future will help you tremendously. It will help you so much. And your internal thoughts will calm down because you won't feel so sporadic. You won't feel all over the place because you know what you want. And what you want is your goals. Get to your goals. The first step is to make that blueprint. So, you know what to do. And I hope you all really understand what I'm trying to say here, because I'm not playing around. I'm not playing around with my goals. I'm not playing around with this YouTube. I'm not playing around here. Everything I say with my chest. Everything I say with passion. I'm a very passionate person. And, I might run off and trail off with some things, or I might, lose my train of thought, but I'm human. I'm a human being. And I'm not editing these videos to really show you that. To really show you the process of getting to where I want to be. This is my documentation. This is my documentary in my YouTube channel, proving that you can get to your goals. Proving it. I am proving it, and I'm saying it now. I'm manifesting it. It's part of my little goals. It's part of my little steps. And the more I write it down on my blueprint, the more I'll get there. And the more I show up, the more I'll get there. Why? Because I'm internalizing it every single day. We all need to do this. Even with the most simplest of things. The simplest of things, like going to the gym every day. Internalize it. If that's one of your goals in life, is to get that rockin' body, and you really want to push yourself to hit those boundaries, you need to internalize the gym. To the point where no emotion at all can affect your decision to go to the gym and to get to your goal. Because that's your first step, is creating that goal on the piece of paper. And then you internalize all those feelings about that goal. And then you go to the gym. Yeah, you can go to the gym and you can show up. You know, showing up is great. But are you going to get to your goal? Are you going to get to where you really want to be? Because you need to focus on that every single freaking day of your life. Every single day of your life, you need to understand where you are now and where you want to be. And if you're already where you want to be, you know what? You get a round of applause, because congratulations, you are exactly where you want to be. And we all just want to be happy. We all just want to be fulfilled. We need self-fulfillment, and I'm just ready to document my fulfillment. And I'm not scared. I'm not scared to tell people my goals. I'm not scared to tell people my aspirations. You know, I do believe in the jinxing of things, but I think jinxing is when you really don't internalize it. If it's not internalized in yourself and you start telling all these goals that you have, all these big goals, big aspirations, then that's when it gets jinxed. That's when it gets hexed. That's when it's like canceled out. Boom, you're not doing anything about your goals, so why should it happen for you? If you internalize them, talk about them, write them down, everything in between, I mean, that's all I know. That's all I know. I'm not above anybody else. That's all I know. And it's worked for me so far. And I'm just ready for the whole process. I'm ready for the whole blueprint. I am ready. I'm ready to get to my goals. And I hope you are too. We can get there together.